Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac, Repentance, where today I'm gonna do another Tainted and Forgotten run. There was a point, after I did all the Tainted Lost stuff, where I thought to myself, I'm gonna do like until run 249, and then I'm just gonna get a greedier mode, Tainted and Forgotten Birthright, and then 250 will just be Tainted Cain, let's go nuts, but I've come to the realization that there is very little part of me that actually wants to do the Tainted Cain stuff, because I know it's just going to be like 2 to 3 hours of farming for death certificates, and it just doesn't really appeal to me. So maybe at some point I'm going to get around to doing that, but there is a very real likelihood that I'm just going to do whatever I want until we get the remaining things, and maybe Tainted Cain will pop up later, but I don't know when yet. I kind of just like playing the game. It is kind of nice to just do a couple of runs of this. They are all pretty much going to the same end place right now. None of them are going to Mother or anything, but you could maybe occasionally do something to Mega Satan or something like that. We have had the key pieces in some runs. It's just that they were often bundled with other things like being able to redo the floor again and stuff like that. So, yeah, I don't know. I need to find a way into it, I suppose. But there's a good chance this series will either go on for like a little bit longer than it probably should, or that it suddenly just ends because I happen to find the right items. I don't know yet. It's all fine. For now, I'm just gonna get myself a cool plum flute. It's about time that we make friends with Lil Plum. It has been, quite frankly, too long since we've properly made friends with Lil Plum after all. Gave him a big old hug at the end there, and with that level of joy, we're gonna have a good run here today. We're getting a little bit low on health, but that isn't necessarily bad. It's just a little terrifying. There's a lot of places that could have a secret room. So, with that excitement in mind, we're just probably gonna leave. I don't hate this, actually. We do get a lot of spiders. This is also not bad, though, because you do get extra pills and cards and things, and those can be really useful. But, I don't know, I'm not really feeling it. So, I'm gonna try this. And I was kind of hoping for something a little bit more interesting. I mean, this isn't bad, especially early on, for sure. Because there is a lot of poops early game. Yeah, you know what, let's go with the poop trinket. I really mostly just need money. And that's the thing we do not at present have, because I'm not really getting many consumables on that floor. I considered going the Mother route, because it is a little bit more scary, possibly a little bit more poopy. I really don't know what the poop balance is, I suppose, between the Mother route and the regular route in that sense. I haven't really investigated that at all. Oh my god. I'm kind of surprised that he didn't die in one hit, which is really the main reason why I got hit there. A little bit unfortunate. Even with the Harlequin baby occasionally shooting tears faster than the speed of sound right now, because it is, truth be told, going at the same speed forward as the body, which is obviously pretty quick. So it is counteracting for that, I suppose, which is kind of nice. I'm trying not to blow up all these barrels, because I think there is a definite possibility of there being a secret room either to the side here or right down there. There is a pretty good chance that that barrel didn't quite blow up in the right spot for it to actually open up a door if it is there. So I'm kind of hoping that if we do this, then blow it up, we would have gotten something instead. Unfortunately, there was nothing there. I also regret using my plum flute willy-nilly, because it is kind of useful during this, but at the same time, this boss is not particularly strong against calcium-infused bone structures. So it is, it's working out. It's working out. No concerns. Shoop the Whoop. Does that work on this character, like, even reasonably? I mean, it's kind of interesting, at least. But I think I'm just gonna stick with the plum flute for now. I think that's not a terrible idea. I will check out this wall as well. I really don't have the bombs to not do this, is the thing. There is also a chance that it's like next to where the Envy boss fight was, I suppose. It could be next to the shop, like above the shop. It wasn't there. I'm gonna just try this because there's plenty of barrels here and it's not like I'm particularly in a rush either, so yeah, fair enough, it's just not there. Certainly not the strangest thing in the world. It wasn't in any of those locations. This one, I feel, the one that's like above the item room, I wouldn't have been too worried if it was there, that's for sure, but at the end of the day, the basement works in mysterious ways. We did see a room layout that had potential, because I think this one often has like a secret room next to it, so there's like a decent chance of it being there. I'd really like to have the money available to buy Birthright if it does exist in this universe, so hopefully we can get something like that. Tears up, not bad. For every single pill in the game is also just a trip. It's not exactly recommended on every character, but it's working out so far. I'd love card against humanity, I guess. That'd be really nice. Because at least that way we can make use of this big room, get a whole bunch of money, maybe some soul hearts with the poop trinket especially. It's lovely. If you can get it to work. So hopefully we can do something like that. But if not, that's okay. Yeah, the bomb count's terrible. That's a bit of a shame for sure. But if we can just get a whole bunch of coins from such and such, it's not immediately terrible. We can at least check out the item room. We can check out the shop. Let's check out the shop. Kinda want to re-roll that, but at the same time, I definitely tried to bomb this and it wasn't there. That's really a shame. There is no re-roll machine here, which already makes it a little bit more interesting to just blow this up and go at it. But do I really need that much more money? Maybe. It kind of depends on what the rerolls bring us, because I do still need a couple of item room items after all. It does depend on how many coins we need to reroll at all. Game Kid. Touch it just in case. It doesn't really work that well on this character, unfortunately. That's okay. I'll go with that. And in this way we can still keep... I was going to say enough coins to get an arcade on the next floor, but at the same time... Kinda want to get this soul heart in case we get a devil deal item that I want, which is technically not impossible, so I would like to go for that, of course. The plum flute can hopefully take care of whatever danger comes our way, especially Duke of Flies. No worries there at all. I have faith. Look at that, just instant. Very nice. And that's why it's good to make friends, because without friends you can't beat that boss. It's actually impossible. The mark? It's a little scary, but at the same time, we get a black heart back, and it makes sure that we don't get angel rooms, so all in all, it gives us a higher chance of getting what I want. Damage is real good, health real bad, but we can make it work. It was, at this point, probably more ideal not to take that soul heart just yet, but fair enough. I'm gonna try this room just because I only have one bomb, and this room layout is... yeah, fair enough. What can you do? It wasn't gonna be... I guess it could have been here. Yeah, that's fair enough. You know what? That's on me. I should have just tried this. But at the same time, sometimes you gotta go with your gut and go with room layouts rather than common sense, and that's exactly what we did. And to be fair, it's not necessarily terrible. It's just... a little worrying, especially with Curse of the Unknown, because that usually makes me way overconfident. This might get us a bomb, though. Genuinely, if we had gotten Mr. Boom, I probably would have gone for it, because quite frankly, the bomb count in this run has been terrible. And having a reliable way to use bombs would have been tempting for sure, but that's okay. We can make it work. We are dealing a lot of damage per hit, and it is insta-killing most things, so all in all, I can't really complain too much. It's just that we have to be a little bit careful, that's all. Just have to not take damage. And if we can just not take damage, then we're entirely in the clear. Infamy is, I don't know if Infamy works on this character, because The bones get the mask, and obviously the bones are already invulnerable. But I wouldn't be surprised if it affects the little ghost as well. It certainly would be nice, because otherwise this seems like a little bit of a waste for sure. But let's just hope. I'm feeling good about it. Let's go do a challenge room. I'm already tired of going all the way in this direction. We don't have a key. Never mind, let's not do a challenge room because I can't open the chest. Unless there was a... No, just a golden chest. What even is a consumable? Has there ever really been a consumable in an Isaac run? There we go. These are the questions you really gotta keep yourself occupied with. Alright, a little bit of health, not bad. I will use the flute because it will mostly recharge at the end of this anyway. Very nice. And as you can see, it is being pretty good. It gave us the morale boost required to kill those enemies, and now... Yeah, I think it even, like, when the tears hit the bones, it did the little glow of Mask of Infamy, saying, yeah, I blocked it, don't you worry, my friend. Which is great, but it, it unfortunately doesn't quite help us in our current situation. Due to the bones being invulnerable, so we'll see if it works at all. We at least have some bombs, so that's nice. We have some good places for a secret room to be. We have a poop trinket and a surprisingly large amount of poop for the caves. So I'm not too disappointed that we went with that. And I really have not paid attention to the amount of red hearts, so I can't really make a good judgment call as to whether or not it ultimately was or wasn't worth it. But we did just get 10 coins out of that thing, so I can't really complain. Restock. I think I probably should go for that, just for the sake of getting more shop items. So let's just do that. Bunch of money. Really try to maximize that. And let's go find a secret room. We really need all the money in the world right now. Because we can't spend all of it effectively. So, something to keep in mind. I don't exactly know where my secret room is, but I once again have a hunch. Well, I got... Wait, no. It wasn't there. I think it could be here, right? This isn't like the strangest place for it to be. Yeah, there you go. It's a bit of a weird layout in terms of world layouts, I guess. But other than that, not too strange. I'm gonna go for this one because I believe... I don't know if this even works on this character, but I have to assume the answer to that is probably not. I mean, maybe if I used my, like, ranged attacks, if I threw the bone like that, maybe that would affect Brainworm at all? Maybe if we get Incubus or something like that, but that's really the only weird instances where I can imagine Brainworm doing anything on this character. Rag Mega, also known as let's go get a friend out. And hopefully he jumps on top of him. Nope. In that case, let's go with plan B and just throw a bunch of bones at people, which always works. Did not get a devil deal. Can be okay. Tears up. Big bones. Ooh, one makes you larger could actually be really interesting on this character, huh? Because you just... I don't have any more bombs. You could just really make yourself real big and do big attacks. That would be pretty cool, actually. If we can find some more of those, I'm actually really tempted, because I think Stompy wouldn't really matter anyway. Except, once again, if the ghost also gets affected, which I think it only hit the bones when I used that pill. I don't think the ghost actually got any bigger, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's find out together. We got a good amount of health at least, so even if we did get a devil deal, it wouldn't have killed us, which is kind of nice to know, because I would have definitely taken one with little regard for my own life. It's a shame we're playing a character that cannot reduce their devil deal chances. Void is interesting. Bloody Gust I don't really care about too much, because, you know, I never take damage, so I think I'll go with Void and just... put that in immediately. Don't hate the idea. I think this could be interesting. It might give us some extra stat ups. That's just good. Soul of Isaac. That's wonderful, actually. Probably for the next devil deal is what my assumption is going to be on where I'm going to use it. Again, decent pill in combination with the poop trinket. So we might actually make this thing work out better than expected, which is lovely. Get a key the moment we find a locked door. That's always nice. PhD, that is obviously really good. More money from blood donation machines. That's also one of those weird synergies. Also, balls of steel pill in our pill pool. I mean, this is pretty much all wonderful. This is pretty much about as good as it's gonna get. And we have a key. Everything's great. Tempting. I mean, maybe we'll take damage sometimes. Ooh, stopwatch though. I mean, I shouldn't spend too much money because I really want to make sure that we can afford Birthright if it does show up in our path. But at the same time, it's fun to spend money. Similarly with the fanny pack, I'm not sure if buying it was the greatest choice, but I think we can make it work. Ooh, free key. Very nice. Once again, a lot of places where there could be a secret room. And simultaneously really don't have the bombs to try. Ah, well. Who knows? We can maybe make it work. Virus would have been really nice. Let's see here. Yeah, it really only affects the bones, huh? We're gonna make some big bones if we can do it. We could get placebo or something. Look at the sound of that swing. It's starting to sound bigger as well, and you know that's good stuff. I mean, we're already dealing decent damage anyway. So really, we're just making it more like what it should be. Bomb. Very nice. I need to actively not blow up a shopkeeper and stuff before the actual boss fight, so we can hopefully not have the door open since we already teleported in there anyway. I don't really want to use Soul of Isaac on this devil deal here since there's only one item remaining, which is I'd rather just use it on 3 items if I could, you know, just to get a little bit more use out of it. Very nice, very good infamy. Nice blue glow on my character. It doesn't do anything, but having your character glow is usually good for the soul in some way. Didn't get a devil deal, that's actually really good. And there's a tinted rock here, and the trinket. Whole bunch of health and things. I'm actually just gonna stick with the poop trinket. I feel like it's been working out. I don't hate it. So a lot of places actually got removed in terms of maybe being a secret room due to the variety of thin rooms and the boss room being where it is. So that's actually really nice. Unfortunately, we're still left with a couple of locations which are just big maybes. I'd really like it to be here, but I'm not sure if it can be. It is. Wow. That's obviously not bad. Stopwatch is a little tempting right now. But I don't know if I want to bother with it, to be honest. Breakfast I don't really care about too much. I'll just do that. We both get the little plum flute effect right there. Plus, we get a stat up. I didn't really pay attention to what stat up it was. Boneheart for taking 1 hit of damage honestly isn't too bad of a deal. Because it's effectively just another hit. Unfortunately, can't pick up red hearts with this character even if we do have a bone heart, but yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? I'm gonna get the stopwatch just because we got a bunch of money on this floor and then we're just gonna be on our way. The stopwatch is just such a useful item in terms of staying alive, and I really do like staying alive. Let's do this. Oh, that actually does get rid of the bone heart immediately. That's interesting. I figured I'd play it once just for fun. I'm gonna do it one more time. Then we'll... maybe 2 more times. Really hoping for the fanny pack and the PhD to really just give us a whole bunch of stuff. And honestly, it didn't disappoint that much. 36 coins. We still have at least... I wanted to say at least 1 more shop left. Which can be true, depending on if the game doesn't throw greed all over the place. I would enjoy it if it gave us at least 1 more shop, but we'll see what we can get. Really, I just want to have as much money as possible for whatever shop comes our way. I would have liked the trinket that makes Hush open, so we could at least get that shop as well. But ultimately, we're going to get what we get, and hopefully it's going to work out. We're not going particularly fast, as per tradition. Ever since everything is done, my runs have certainly slowed down rather significantly because it is just a more reliable way of getting to where you need to be. It unfortunately does remove things like boss rush, which obviously can be really useful. I might as well blow you up, but at the same time I don't really have the bombs for it. Yeah, boss rush is good just because there's 4 item pedestals and you can definitely get some stuff out of it that way. A little tempted to go to the chest with this run just because we already went to the lab so much lately and the chest does have some good times occasionally. But we'll see. If there is enough soul hearts on the floor, it could be tempting to go for the sack room. I mean, if we were to get wafer, then the sacrifice room certainly would be more interesting than it is now. As it stands, it is a lot of health to use a sacrifice room with a character that doesn't have red hearts. It's just very hard to replenish most times. And since we're not at full health either, it's a pretty bad idea. But we'll see. We'll see if we can make it work. Yes, madame. I guess that's fine. Let's just do that. Extra tier 8, little plum friend. Pretty much exclusively good things there. I don't think the secret room can be there. I think it can be here? No. Not there either. I don't think it can be there because of how the whatchamacallit, the like bomb beggar is located. I would assume that counts as blocking the area, but this seems a little bit more plausible for sure. Didn't mean to pick up the battery, but I was ready to do it because quite frankly it was in a terrible spot. Ooh, that's actually not too terrible. Necessarily. Because we can maybe just move that to where I want it to be. It's a little dicey at times with these bombs because they can suddenly blow up really quickly, but worked out. Not disappointed. Bunch of coins. Good stuff all around. Challenge room as well, which we have a lot of keys, but very little bombs and things, so it's a little tempting for sure. There really is a lot more poops in this game than I thought. I always say that the poop trinket is a lot better early game than late game, but you still come across like a... Well, you have a chance of coming across a decent amount of poops for sure. I kind of just discounted them because it's certainly a lot less than you often come across in the basement and stuff like that, but it's still not too terrible. Yeah, there you go. That's number 1. I did state this. I did worry that this was going to be a problem. There is a trinket that removes greed from your shops. There is the tarot cloth combined with the hermit card that will make sure that greed is not in your shop as well. I have neither of those things, so we're gonna have to just find a way in here, unfortunately. But there is a decent chance that if Hush is not waiting for me, or if Greed is waiting for me on the next floor, I might try to go for Hush or something like that. I don't hate the idea, I don't love the idea. Either way. I could go to Gahana, but I don't really have the health for it. Oh, never mind, we're getting that. This might kill us. It gives us 3 broken hearts. It gives us more damage per broken heart, I believe. However, it's progress. And that trumps anything else, really. So, yeah, Heartbreak. Nice. We actually got a thing that I still needed. That is one Devil Deal / Curse Room item that I don't have to get anymore. And there is actually, like, Mega Blast is the last Devil Deal item that I still need. So once we got that, I can just go for Angel Rooms again, and honestly, it obviously is a lot less scary, so I really don't hate that idea either. But now it certainly has become a little bit more about just trying to stay alive. This is a little bit more interesting as well. But I would like to see if I can find my shop real quick, just to see if we can maybe purchase something. I'd love it to be a shop with a reroll machine, obviously. Or just birthright in it. That obviously would make life significantly easier. That's just extra damage, which I don't really need right now. If I had a teleport, I'd consider it. There is a full card on this floor, so actually, I could just go for it. But I'm really expecting this run to die now because my health is so terrible. So that's certainly a worry. I can really try to make some ridiculous stuff happen in terms of getting black hearts. Like I could blow up the skulls and just hope for a black heart or a card or something like that would do the trick, but it's a little messy for sure. This is also just... You gotta find a way. With, again, if we had Birthright, this room would have been a lot easier because you have the ability to just teleport your head back to you again. And now I really have to work around moving the head to the correct location and not being in a terrible spot. Alright, we didn't really get anything good. We do have restock, so we can at least purchase some things. I'm gonna buy this because I just need the money, or the health rather. Gonna use Soul of Isaac. I'm gonna buy the Bible. Okay, go. Void, sure, not Void, 4.5 volt. I'll take the Habit as well. Eraser is not really good on this character. And there is that. Alright, well there went our money, which is not great. We could get some money from the donation machine, but quite frankly, everything's getting pretty expensive. So it's getting a little bit harder to justify for sure. There is still the remainder of this floor as well. It's nice that we didn't get greed at least, I suppose, because now at least I can just spend all my money, and that's kind of nice. Glass cannon. It's a little tempting, but with this character, I mean, it's a cool bone, but it's very difficult to use. So I'd rather not, for obvious reasons. There is still a champion there. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I can't really complain. It's, at the end of the day, it's another item. And that leaves only a handful of things remaining, and honestly, I'm pretty okay with that. Don't mind that at all. There's another black heart. If I can find my secret room, that'd be good. Because maybe there's just a whole bunch of money in there. But there is a lot of places, I feel, that have potential for secret rooms right now, which is obviously not great. That's a bit of a shame. I also don't know what item I want, because I don't really want the card item, because I have PhD. With this, I can at least get this, which is nice. Right, never mind, it's closed because I got all that health. Yeah, that's on me. That's on me for sure. Alright, then maybe we can do this. I seem to have already blown up the donation machine, so much for that idea. Ah well, that's okay. Maybe we can make Hush, but we'd really have to make a run for it, that's for sure. It is going to be a tricky thing to do indeed. I mean, this boss doesn't die too slowly, at least at this rate. With stopwatch especially, it's just very nice. So the boss just stays in one location for a really long time. We have taken the Polaroid, so we're definitely going to go to the chest, that's fine. We have a stars card, so we can teleport to a random location, which is arguably good. In case we come into a particularly bad dead end, or just want to steal from the challenge room here. Which I don't mind. Whatever's in here is probably good. Torn photo, that's fine. Let's leave. That put us back at the start of the floor. That's a bit of a shame. Would have liked if it just sent us to genuinely any other direction, but fair enough. It is what it is. We get an item from that chest immediately. Binky, not bad. Admittedly, with that one, maybe I should have considered using the Void, but worked out. Necronomicon, Anarchist Cookbook. Those are things I don't really want to have in my in my Void either. I mean, the Necronomicon's fine, but the Cookbook's a little bit more of a concern, that's for sure. Curse of the Blind is also just pretty rough. Oh yeah, we got Pokego. That's actually kind of nice. Because if we do get a Devil Deal, then it's just going to be very hard to say yes to it. Stompy. How does that work on the Ghost? It does not. It's exclusively for the bones. That's actually pretty good. Like, given the circumstances, it's actually not too terrible. Because you can just do stuff like that and not really worry about life too much. Even if it explodes into tears, the bones are just going to catch them all, so it doesn't really do anything. So that's actually really nice. I hadn't considered that before, but yeah, that actually works out fairly well. Oh, jeez. Okay. That was really unfortunate. That was a lot of tears suddenly, and I didn't move properly immediately. So that's on me. I do have to be a little bit careful, I guess, if I go over rocks like that. So there's some concern, but not like an immediate concern, I guess. It could have been worse, for sure. Can we quickly find a secret room or a super secret room? I really need to be more careful in this room. I'd like to find the secret rooms, because even if I get the hush now, it's just there's not a lot of money.
One makes you large.
Relax. There we go. Not too terrible. There was a Balls of Steel pill there, an Eternal Heart. Health-wise, actually not too terrible. Just gonna try to multitask as much as possible here. I mean, getting to Hush in 2.5 minutes is pretty much undoable unless we get a particularly nice floor, but we'll see. There's a shopkeeper here as well. And we're really gonna try to get that devil deal, even though I don't have any idea what we're gonna get. Yeah, it's filled to the brim with good ideas this run, as the runs often are. So Toma is fine. At least there's a bunch of devil deals that just give you health and stuff like that as well, so it's not immediately terrible. If Abaddon's there, we might just get more health than we lose. This puts us in a good location, and it's only one item. And actually, it didn't really hurt us at all, so honestly, that was probably the best case scenario other than getting Mega Blast. That technically would have been the very best case scenario, but obviously extremely unlikely. So we have 2 minutes to get through this floor if we want to make Hush. I'm gonna say that's unlikely, especially with rooms like this. I mean, that went pretty quick actually, so I can't really complain too much. Never mind. Oh no, wait, that's the wrong one, isn't it? Yeah, that's the free key thing. That's not the one that I actually wanted. That's a shame. Too many key trinkets in this game. They all do slightly different things, and they're all extremely useful for their own purposes. Although that one arguably not as useful as many of the other ones, but certainly have its uses if you don't get anything. Want to see what that is. Magician. I mean, I might as well just take it and use it. Technically, it's not impossible to reach Hush. There you go. Who's... Okay. Pins. Cool. That does not help. Curse of the Maze! I wanted to get that coin. That's the only reason why I went back for that. Oh. Oh my god. Wanted to see if I can maybe get a super secret room as well. There we go. Not really even worth picking up the bombs, but that's okay. 30-second Mom's Heart fight. Not impossible with the amount of damage we're dealing. That doesn't help. I mean, maybe. With the double deal there as well. Oh, no, never mind. We didn't necessarily get one. Double deal wasn't guaranteed at all. We got one on the previous floor and we just took it. So, yeah, that's fair enough, I suppose. But we made it to Hush. Curse of the Blind. Go screw yourself. Alright, cool. That's just really unfortunate. Basically nothing out of the golden chest as well. That's a shame. Arguably would have been better if I just purchased things from the shop first, because it would have maybe given us Mom's key and therefore given us better chests, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, that's the good stuff. More bones. If there was anything this run needed, it was a larger quantity of bones at the end of the day, so it's working out. Just doing this in case there's a crawl space. There's just not that many rocks in this floor, so there's not like a terrible chance. Hallowed Ground. I don't know how that's going to work at all, but probably not very well. Feels like I'm walking in the sunshine. I'm just going to buy stuff. Deep Pockets. I mean, that would have been good to get a lot earlier. Keeper's Sack, again, would have been good to get significantly earlier. Also, I should have blown up that guy in case there was a Steam sale inside him, I guess. But yeah, that's a shame. I mean, I could still get some money from taking damage. If we're looking for hope in all the wrong places, then that is place number 1, I'd say. We got really good tier rate. This is actually like a decent build for fighting Hush as well. The Hush with this character isn't like the worst thing in the world, because you could just sort of put the bone in place and then just spend all day dodging. Nowhere near Hush, which is just really nice. Obviously, for certain attacks, it can be a bit fiddly, like the lot of tiers attacks that go across several screens, because I usually just stand in very specific spots to dodge it, and it can certainly be a lot more dangerous. But this starting phase, for sure, you just sort of hang out, and that's nice. Even though the tiers are largely going through through the bones right now, but I mean, he's doing his best, you know? Can't really complain too much. And technically, maybe we get like 3 coins if we beat Hush, because it doesn't have a room reward, and maybe that's how Deep Pocket works. I really don't fully know how it works in regards to Hush, actually. But we're gonna learn. But it's a little tempting to just run into Hush right now, just for the hope that I drop like 5 coins or something like that. It's a terrible strategy, but it technically could work out in my favor. Flies, that's fine. We're still like in range of attacking Hush at least, so that's nice. Probably gonna go underground in a second. With stopwatch as well, this boss is so much better because he just spends so much longer actually doing his attacks, which is really nice. Dodging the flies is a bunch easier. Obviously this is putting me in a kind of precarious situation, but again, I only have to pay attention to the ghost, and that's just really nice. Like, I'm attacking continuously, but I'm honestly mostly looking at the ghost right now, and it's just really nice that that's an option. This is a really bad place to stand, but it seems to be working so far. Nope. Yeah, that's fine. Hey, we got a coin. And we got a shield, technically, from Polaroid as well. So I think with the damage we do, the odds of dying are basically 0 with Polaroid as well. But that's definitely someone's last words before they die. I could also use the chariot, I guess, if I really felt in particular danger, but I don't know.
Chariot.
Yeah, that does actually work. I can't pick him up. I think I dealt a little bit of damage with the chariot at the end there, so that's nice. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, no real money there. That's unfortunate. There. Should I bomb myself? I mean, it's not the worst idea I've ever had. Ooh, and the poop from hallowed ground can give me money. This is the worst strategy. For a second, I thought I didn't use the worst strategy, but no, we did find it eventually there. It's using the poop trinket in combination with hallowed ground to try and get 3 coins. I mean, it is technically working. Oh my god. This might be the lowest I've ever sunk, and also the hallowed ground was in a place where it wouldn't spawn. Little bit disappointed by the sack, whatever it's called, because it's really only giving me keys. Gonna try one more time. Nice. Ladder, good. Yeah, that was worthwhile. I'm feeling good about this run, that's for sure. Oh my god. I mean, again, it doesn't matter because the progress has already been made, but good god. Did I not have Curse of the Blind twice this run, I feel like it certainly would have been a different experience, but it for some reason kept showing up, which is just unfortunate. I mean, the Devil Deal, I would have taken that either way, I guess. Even if I knew what was in there, because it was just a net positive ultimately, but still, I'm a little disappointed by it all. That's all I'm going to say about the whole ordeal. Finally, we're getting money, but there's just nothing to spend it on. Like, if we get an R key, I guess, then we're in a really good spot to try and get a lot of items. But we'd need to get an R key, and unfortunately that one isn't as guaranteed. Unless you're actively trying to not go for it, then usually it does have a tendency to show up. As is often the case with anything in life, I suppose. There we go. Ghosts, cool. I mean, they're all dying pretty quickly. We got a brimstone friend that's working out pretty well. I'm just a little scared about running into a ghost, because they do have a tendency of being rude about that kind of stuff. We can at least go into the challenge room and just teleport out if there's nothing interesting in there with that stars card, so that's nice. I did not understand how that hit me, but sure. Little concerned. Tempted to teleport out. I just want to see what the last wave is, because I might want to have the room clear reward. Just keep the stars card for later times. Yeah, we're not doing that, but
The stars.
the bomb is a little tempting, but I know it'll just restart the fight again, which is unfortunate. This is also just not ideal, because these flames have homing tears and they worry me. Just gonna do stuff like this. The brimstone friend will take care of all the business. I'm hoping to get a soul heart from this, which should give you an idea where I am in this run right now. The tears were going for the bones, surprisingly enough, which is nice at least, because I can just continuously re-enter the room. And that will, I think, stop the cooldown on those flames. Didn't get a soul heart, which is unfortunate. I don't think there's a bomb rock here anywhere, but I'm concerned about these pots having spiders inside them. Hoping for like one of those super special rocks that I can never tell and then suddenly just get 4 soul hearts or something like that. But to say that this run is currently in a bit of a scary place is not wrong. Ooh, a golden coin. If only had any purpose for money. If only. Nice. I mean, again, the build's not bad. It's just that I spent most of my health trying to get 4 coins. Which turns out wasn't a good idea. I don't understand it either, but somewhere in that thought process I have seemed to have made a mistake. This is a little bit of a worry. For brimstone related reasons. But again, with stopwatch we do have a decent chunk of time to deal with these ghost bastards, so it's not all bad. But it's scarier than I would like it to be, that's for sure. Again, if we could find like a Soul of the Forgotten, that sacrifice room is just real tempting, but without it, it certainly loses its charm a lot, which is a bit of a shame. I'm destroying just about every rock in the hope that I get a crawl space. That's not really working out. I think my secret room might be there, actually. Nice. 1 button. That's never gone wrong. Wow. The best possible scenario just played out there, really, so can't really complain too much. I'd really at least like to survive up until the chest, you know? Just like at least see what items await us. That would be nice. That would just be really swell, I think. I'm happy that we got the ladder as well, so we can keep seeing ladders appear everywhere. God, so much money from this 1 coin. This unlock is still kind of baffling to me, I suppose, because you can just get so much money, so much extra money in a run compared to just like when you don't have it unlocked yet. It's really a world of difference. And that is a black heart. Very nice. Suddenly, life's not so scary anymore. It's still very scary, don't get me wrong, but it's not as scary anymore, and that's nice. I love the sound the bones make when they're really big. It just sounds so much stronger, even though they're not. Even though they're just bigger. And I love that it just sounds bigger as well. It's such a cool effect. Such a simple effect as well, but it's just... I just think it's neat. I just think it's neat, you know? Cool. I would like to... Nice. Hey, look at that. We're getting back to a health situation that's not horrible. We're getting back to a place, and that's nice. I do not trust any of this. surprisingly low amount of bad pots. It's nice. It's being kind of nice. It's just being nice today. It's a nice kind of day. I'm keeping my poop trinket because I've held on to it for so long now. The only, like... Cool. I guess there was an enemy inside that pot or something. There was a ghost. The only downside of Heartbreak, even though it was an item I still needed, is... I don't think it's that visually interesting. I mean, it's nice. The damage up is cool. If you have magic skin, you can kind of make it work in a way that is cool, I suppose. But it's very hard to make it more than that, and that's kind of a shame. I'm gonna take this with me for fun.
Joker.
Alright. I'm gonna use this with the trinket and see what happens. Alright. Oh, that just... I just realized that got rid of the plum flute. So unfortunately that's the last plum we're gonna see, but it was a good friend. It was nice. We've created a little friend out of that. Hang on one moment. I'm just gonna drop this on the floor real quick. Oh my god, it's wait what? It's the not butterbean. It's the you have a chance for this item to show up. And it's like butterbean, but it's not in the sense that that happens. Okay, that's actually kind of cool because that is an item I still needed to get. Let me just... Yeah, it actually is. Alright, sweet. That's a bit of progress that really concerned me. Because it's terrible. Even with Tainted Cane, I'm not sure if you can just go... Also, this challenge room is very different than the last time I saw it. But you just have a chance, and I'm really not sure if it shows up in the death certificate area as this item or if it's just butterbean, but that's so good. Anyway, I'm gonna just keep using this trinket until it gives me an active item I want. Metronome. I guess I can just use that real quick over there. This can activate magic skin as well. Golden card thing, fair enough. Book of that. Let's just use this one then. Is this smelter? Yeah. I'll keep this. I mean, I can more quickly use this. Smelter's interesting for sure, but I kind of just want to keep using this in the faint hope that I get Mega Blast. But the fact that we got the not butterbean is sort of incredible. So all in all, I can't really complain too much. Oh, right, and we got 4.5 volt. So actually, going into a boss fight, not too terrible. Because suddenly we're charging our item really quickly. Also for the purposes of... There we go. Everything sideways. Do that. That's the D4. My tier rate went down a lot when I used the data miner there, unfortunately. But that's probably fine. So don't worry about that. We did make it to the chest. My health's a little worrying. The fact that the D4 is there is also worrying, because I'm definitely going to use that. Number 2 is actually like very tricky to use on this character by accident, I guess, because I'm never using the ranged attack. So it's not even that terrible. For the sake of finding secret rooms, I can definitely see it work. I'm going to leave it there for now, though. I'm going to take this. So that's conjoined. I'm going to leave the rest here for now. Lusty Blood's a little tempting, I suppose, but not super tempting. It's going to be kind of a shame to use D4 on this, because it's not a bad build. But I kind of like... Wait, I swing bones. Why am I swinging bones? Oh, the eternal heart. The little eternal heart blood clot that I made 16 years ago. Oh, that's so cute. I love that. I hadn't even considered that as an option, but yeah. I guess that does go like that. Anyway, what I was talking about with Number 2 is that I could just, once I grab it, at least. And since I don't have any bombs, I assume I could just do this, right? Yeah. Didn't mean to pick that up, but it did give me more health, so I don't really hate it. It would be kind of funny if I just insta-die the moment I use this D4, but I'd rather not. That's the delirium thing. That has a really long cooldown. We lost stopwatch, which isn't too surprising, I suppose. What else we got? We got Pageant Boy, we can't shoot forward anymore because of the dunce cat. We got $3 bill backpack, kind of cool, I suppose, with what we have. Yeah, just a bunch of stuff. Is that the glitched crown? No, that's the wall. I was looking at a wall. It's a shame that we got this active item in particular because it's going to take like a full human here to recharge, but that is what it is. At least it indicates that you can get just about any active item this way, so that's kind of cool, I guess. If that was one of the ones I still needed, that would have been nice. I suppose. Our damage is still ludicrous. Do we still have conjoin? Looks like it, actually, yeah. How unusual. The boxing gloves with this is also just wonderful, but also that Eternal Heart blood clot with the bones is actually kind of incredible because he's just pushing away enemies from me if I'm attacking. Balls of steel, nice. Yeah, this build's working out. Don't hate it. Our damage is 10, but it seems to be... I don't know, it seems pretty effective, honestly. Infinite bombs is also just nice to have right there. Gotta watch out for bombs or key pill, I guess, but that's about it. Oh, how nice all this is. It's definitely not going to be there, but... I'm just going to bomb a couple things here and there in the hope that something happens. You never know where there could be a super secret room. But this trinket genuinely isn't like the worst way to get some of the active items if you still need them, so yeah, don't hate it. Since we got Balls of Steel, I'm not really that concerned about my health anymore, which is nice. We still have Polaroid as well, so honestly, we're in mostly a pretty good spot right now, and that's good. Getting Birthright is definitely going to be a bit tricky this run, but not technically impossible. Alright. Yeah, I mean, this seems about right, doesn't it? Just gonna hang out in the corner and wait for the run to be won. This is called a cool build for cool people, because this will win every room, and I barely even have to exist. That's just lovely. I'm a little worried with the options question mark item. Accidentally grabbing the consumables in just about every room that has consumables in it, because quite frankly, it's very hard to not do that right now. Alright. Delirium thing. I'm gonna get compost fully charged at the end of this as well, so that's nice. Decap attack, interesting. Yep, that's gone now, but certainly my head is away from me, and my bones, my skull goes up and down when I throw it. I have a lot of bones coming out of me right now. Can I get the head back? I kind of don't want to. No, I got back on there again. Fair enough, I suppose. Ooh, a lot of enemies. That was briefly scary there. Don't want that. If this is a secret room, that would have been a really big shortcut. It's not. But I stand by my point. It would have been a really big shortcut. This also wouldn't have been terrible. Also not, but still, I stand by both of my points right now. This wouldn't have been a very good shortcut. I will also stand by that point. There was just, as far as secret room locations go, a little disappointing. I don't know what is going on with this build, but I'm having a good time with it, so... I hope everyone else is too, because, quite frankly, I can't really ask for much more than this. What item is still here? Oh, hey. Not terrible. Extra bombs. I mean, it doesn't do anything, but still, it's nice. Now, I'd like a delirium portal, but I can't really guarantee that, unfortunately. I think this build can beat delirium, maybe. That's a shame. We unfortunately also don't have a way to open up the thing. That's nice. At least we can use our item one more time. Yeah, we don't have a way to open up the Mega Satan door right now, so unless we get one more active, like we get Dad's key. I'll wait for this. What happens? I think with the decap attack, you can then... usually I think the head throws tears as well. I think. I really don't know how this thing works. There used to be a bug with it as well, where you could just have it wildly fly around. I don't know if that's still in the game, but it was cool. It was a good time. I think that's it though. I think that's the run, and we got, honestly, a lot more progress than I thought. Apparently we have marked tears as well, which isn't too noticeable on this character, fortunately, but I only just noticed the item being there. Yeah, fair enough. We kept our little Eternal Heart Blood Clot friend alive, and it was actually pretty useful at times as well, so that's fun. And yeah, can't really complain. I got the wait what bean, which honestly, that's really good. I am actually really happy about that, because that is it's a terrible thing to try and get. Plus we got a Devil Deal item, we got Heartbreak there, so item wise 715 720 something 23 723 I think it is. So yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Next time we play, we'll be doing another run with either the same character or a different character, and I hope to see y'all there. Bye bye.